Yo, welcome back to Worked Up. Got one question for you. I know what my biggest worked up thing is for today. It's alarm clocks. Because apparently we don't know how to set them or follow them. We're
an hour and
40 minutes after the original slotted time for this. We made plans. I made plans. I stopped doing everything I did at 4.
I'm sorry.
Because this dickhead decided, no, you know what? I'm going to oversweep. I'm oversweep because I'm a sweepy boy. And he slept in till 5:30. Then, or no, sorry, it was 5.
No, it was 5.
And then he goes, I'm on my way. And then 35 minutes later, he shows up.
I text you that like
I live
5 seconds
less
after.
than 10 minutes away from his house.
Okay, I have nothing for this.
So I'm a little heated with this bitch over here.
I was tired and I don't know. I fell asleep and didn't set my alarm. I'm sorry.
Bitch boy. All right, I'm over it. Okay.
All right, you got me.
Also, you know what? Fuck LeBron James.
Oh God.
Fuck.
Okay, first of all, can I say I forgot to set my lineup this week too?
Oh, oops.
I'm pissed because I'm like I actually wasn't doing bad in the standings, but now I'm
you fucked
300
up.
points off.
Yeah.
I'm fucking bent, dude. I don't even want to look. I don't want to know where I am. I don't want to know.
Here, I'll let you know right now.
Because I think you just passed me now because of that horse.
No, I don't think I'm that high.
Horse dick. You were close though to me.
I am. Oh, I am. I did pass you.
Yeah, see, dude, I told you, it completely fucked me up. I'm so pissed.
No, fuck yeah. I'm gonna pass Kluge. Nice.
I'm so pissed,
dude. I caught up though. I've caught up. Holy shit! I was 600 points behind the leader.
Okay, I'm still 6, which is
only
horrible.
3. I'm only 300. I'm only
fucking
300.
mad, my gamer. So, yeah. Fuck you, LeBron James. You know what I saw today?
What's that?
I saw a girl on. It was an Instagram reel, and I don't remember. Like, she played for a soccer team. I don't know who she is.
Okay.
But she looks like she got fucking MMA drop kicked in the face, like gushing blood out of her face.
Like from playing soccer?
Yeah, something happened, and then she was like walking out, like running off the field, and she just like spits it all out on the field. And I'm like,
that's cool.
That's a badass.
Yeah,
that's not a puss boy.
I'm seeing 3 ribs.
So I think that the thing that we're talking about was the big fucking dick suck fest that the media had. What, last week?
With what?
With LeBron, where he was like at. That's his kid, right?
Oh, okay. All right, yeah. All right. Because okay, so LeBron goes to his kid's high school basketball game or whatever, and like makes it all about himself, and is like
he's
playing
like
on the court with them and whatnot. All right, yeah, I get it. You're LeBron James, like it's kind of cool, whatever. However,
it's kind of cool for high school kids.
However,
to see, but
if my dad ever stepped on the field or stepped on the ring or whatever,
pissed.
The entire room would have erupted.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want anybody. I don't want anybody's parent on the court, whether you're good at it or not.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. You know how you kind of know how Moran was. I don't know if we have like a false sense of how high school sports should be.
That's true.
But he was very much like, parents, get the fuck away.
This is a professional.
Yeah, this is my shit.
We hold this professional level,
regardless of people are going to say, well, he's a professional athlete, and he's he's probably better qualified than the actual coaches. Sure. But that's not why he's there.
I wouldn't say that, though. Like, yeah, LeBron's great. He's a great athlete. Great.
Is he a good coach, though?
But look at what kind of example he sets it all the time. It's terrible. So I wouldn't say he's and
I'm going to be petty and say, like, because I saw the video clip, and it's like he was looking really gray. He uses that fake fucking, like, just for men.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck off. I don't know. I just don't like that. Everything about him's fake. Even his fucking beard color. Pussy. No.
He sucks. He just sucks.
It's just one of those things where, like, I don't know, out of respect for the school and the coach and even your child, let your child do their own thing.
Right.
Like, let them make their own name. Don't fucking.
Well, he can't make his own name. He's LeBron Jr.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's like, I don't know.
No, but
Every time he
right,
turns around, it's like his dad's like, "Whoa, look at me!"
Right, I'm
And
gonna
it's
bring.
like, okay,
And he brought like Drake and all of them into the like. Get over yourself.
yeah,
Just let your kid play ball.
yeah. So I would be kind of
Fuck LeBron James.
Yeah, but we even see football players that are like children of, very famous athletes, and they don't, like, they make their own
Yep.
legacy. Like, obviously they have the name, so there's kind of something expected of them, but yeah.
They're not. Yeah.
So
They're not on the field with them during their college games.
right, yeah. Like,
They go to the college games and watch them from a distance, like a
be
regular
a parent for once. Don't be a fucking.
Exactly.
You can
A
not
camera
make everything
whore.
about you.
Yeah, he's
for
he's a
2
camera
hours.
whore. Yeah. Okay. And now he's in the media going, "Go Chris Paul, 3 away from you getting your like." Now he's being the good guy and cheering on another team. Go fuck yourself. They're the team that eradicated you from the
Yeah.
playoffs. You don't do that.
See.
I don't know. It's just everything he does pisses me off. If it was somebody else, it probably wouldn't have pissed me off as much.
Yeah, to be honest.
But it
probably.
still would have. But in a sense, I
would have looked at it and said, you know what, that's kind of frustrating, and then not.
Yeah,
batted an
but
eye
it's
at it.
because he is constantly making it about himself.
We got to talk about it.
We gotta talk about it.
So he's winning, but I don't care.
Yeah. Fuck him. Anyway,
Did you get any? What was up with the races this weekend? Anything a spicy meatball?
a spicy meatball.
Yeah.
Formula One was kind of a okay race. Lando got us a podium, which is always kind of fun. I wouldn't say it was boring. It was good. It was just now we're in that cycle of we asked for. Shut up.
Oh.
We asked for other people besides Lewis to win, and now we're only getting one other person to win.
Oh, so.
Which isn't changing what we really wanted. We just weren't specific about what we wanted.
Yeah, it's one more person.
Yeah, I don't know. The title fights. It's it's there, which is cool. It's something we haven't had in a while, so I'll take it. You got to baby steps. We're baby steps in the right direction for Formula One. Lewis signed a deal that he'll be back through 2023 with Mercedes, so that's kind of neat. We didn't really expect that, and he said that the title fight reinvigorated him to the sport, so that's cool. I don't know, it's just kind of Formula One's on the positive trend of content, I would say. Entertainment value. It's going up. NASCAR is just another fucking road course that Chase Elliott wins. I'm deep diving into theories, and there's a theory that they obviously put more, which they have put more road courses into the season, but they did it so that the most popular driver would win more, which is Chase Elliott. Weird theories, like some people are saying it in like certain things. I'm not going to say it because I don't really agree with those, but
Yeah. Like the offbeat ones.
Yeah, it's kind of cool to see that. Maybe some of NASCAR is rigged, like we've all thought. Because it makes sense. Because every time he's sucking ass, there's a road course that comes up and corrects it for him. What? But that just might be he's just sucking ass.
Coincidental.
Yeah, but it's kind of cool. It's just cool.
Yeah.
Oh, first off, why didn't I? Happy motherfucking Independence Day. Go America. Back-to-back World War champs.
Oh, yeah, shit. You make it sound like it's a fucking the WWE fucking Monday Night Raw event.
Oh, yeah. It is.
The
Hey, yo,
two-time
England, we fucked you twice.
The two-time World War champion.
Who else we fucked up? Yo, freaking Osama bin Loser fucked you up. You're dead as shit. Bottom of the ocean.
Merked swimming with the fucking Nemo.
Yeah, get fucked, kid.
Bye, Felicia.
We also fucked up the South, as in the Confederates, not the actual South.
Yeah. Not anymore. The South. The South back in the day.
Fuck you, Andrew Jackson. Not Andrew Jackson. Wait. Oh, shit.
My history is not that good, so I'm not going to weigh in on that one.
Jefferson Davis. I don't know where I got Andrew Jackson from.
Yeah, I was going to say he was president.
Yeah, so that's what I meant. Sorry, my history is all messed up. I'm learning like 17 different histories right now. It's pissing me off.
Yeah. My history is...
School.
I haven't touched history since fucking high school, so...
Who else are we fucked up? In a good way. We lost every other thing, so never mind.
We got the big ones. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
We got the big wars and a little revenge.
When the Germans are pushing you back, who are you going to call? The Americans.
Yeah, okay. That went on way too long. I don't know what.
Go America.
No, not
Best
that.
goddamn country in the world.
Not that. Just the being stupid part about it went on too long. Look, I don't.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
What do you have to bring to the table?
God, I just fucking went brain dead.
I thought you already were. Hey, dude, it's not that difficult.
Are we talking about it?
What are we talking about?
I don't know. Are we talking about it?
What?
We had a little 420 incident in the Olympics.
Ooh, was that really just like it hasn't happened since then? Like that's what it was after our last podcast?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, we're talking about it. So this is a heated argument going on in the world.
This is the pinnacle of worked up.
Okay, so I want to start it off by prefacing this is like our opinions, whatever. But in my opinion, I don't think it should have mattered. But I understand the reasoning.
Yeah.
In a multitude of ways, right? So she broke a rule that wasn't put in place just by the United States. So stop saying it's the fucking United States' fault. That shit's annoying. It's a rule that the Olympic Committee, mind you, if it's stupid, it's stupid. Sure, I get it, but it's still a rule that's in place that you have to follow. And she admitted that she broke the fucking rule, right? Okay. Next thing is the reason that it's in the list with PEDs, from at least what I could figure out, is because of the way your recovery, that it helps you recover, helps you recover, it keeps you calm, and then it has like healing attributes or whatever, doesn't it? Because no, I'm sorry, not healing, pain attributes for
pain regulation. Yeah.
And that all of that can be attested to helping people be better at things. Yes, we don't really associate weed with going faster by any means, but if you're more chill at the beginning, your nerves aren't going to affect you. You might be in pain, and now you're not feeling that pain as much. I'm playing devil's advocate. I understand both sides of this.
And we're talking about Miss Richardson. I'm not even going to try to attempt her first name.
Yeah, I think everybody knew who we were talking about. It's the story of the world right now.
But okay, look at.
She didn't even get selected for the 4x100.
No, she's not in it at all.
What is that? Relay team.
Yeah, she's not in it at all. Which okay.
And I think that. Do you think that's just because they don't want to fuck with it? Or is
there's drama around it now,
yeah.
and I think avoiding it.
I just don't know when because Kluge and I had talked about this, where it's a 30-day suspension, and from what I read, after the 30-day was the relay, so she could have run the relays, which is why I was a little shocked that she didn't make it to the relays.
Yeah, I don't know all of that. I know but the 30-day was going to run out 2 days after, right?
They made sure that she got fucked
for the 100 meter.
Yeah,
which okay, look at. And I know somebody's going to fucking...
But it probably should have been 30 days from the event she got tested in.
All the 80 people that listen to us, okay, look at... I don't want anybody coming at me and Bitch Boy over here saying, like, oh, blah, blah, blah. This isn't any, like, we're not making any political anything. We're not doing, because I know that's getting involved in this for some ungodly reason.
That was like the
And-
top 3 comments I saw were about things,
And I'm not even going to,
which was stupid.
whether I agree that pot should be used more, and I'm not, look at, all I know is from my brief medical background, especially in the neurosciences, marijuana, and not like a fucking joint either. That's another thing that I get annoyed with when people are like, oh, it's got medical. Anything you inhale into your lungs is not good for your lungs.
No, right. Yeah.
So whether the actual, if it has medical purposes, get the oil, get a gummy, get something else. Saying that it's got medical purposes and then striking up a fucking bong is not. No. Okay.
Yeah.
It's so no doctor will tell you you need medical marijuana. Here's a joint. No doctor will ever tell you that. They will give you a prescription for something else. So, number 1. Number 2, I've seen the effects of THC with people that got severe Parkinson's. I've seen the effects of it in athletes to prevent opioid addiction, because that's like a big thing in the NFL. I don't remember how long ago it was. A couple years ago now, I think. They, on their drug tests, they only allowed a certain level of THC in the blood, but then they actually increased that amount because they were finding that more and more athletes were using that as opposed to the doctor prescribed
prescription
opioids.
Pills, yeah,
because every team doctor would prescribe a certain amount of opioids for a player if they needed it. But then they were finding, like, Brett Favre got mega addicted to them when he played, and like, so it's better in that sense for like controlling pain and stuff. So I get it. So in the whole like realm of PEDs, which I know is like a big part of it, I don't even think. I gotta be honest with you. I don't even think that's why they like got mad at her either, because like it's not a PED. You could say that it like enhances her ability to do a certain thing because she's not going to be in as much pain if she's in any pain at all.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you could say that because they found it. Correct me if I'm wrong. They found it in her system after the race, right?
Yeah.
So the assumption is that she had it in her system, or at least an amount of it when she was actually running.
Yep.
So,
and there's a small threshold that the Olympic Committee allows, and she was well over that.
Yeah. So again, it's not like they're saying none at all, because they understand that it's good. That it's a use of pain management.
They're okay with having it in your system, like they're whatever you do you. Except for when it comes to the actual event.
To the actual event. And the fact that you were in the event with it in your system, whether or not it's because people are like, well, it's going to slow her down, and I guess. But I have seen extremely high functioning people that have been high.
Yeah.
Like, and she might not even have been high. I'm not saying she was high like the morning of the event. Probably the night before, and it was still just in her system.
Right.
So, I look at rules are rules, okay. And I think the thing about the whole that all of it that frustrates me the most is the fact that we've now laser focused this whole incident on like politics, which again it's a worldwide event.
Yeah.
And it's not just
they're comparing it now to Phelps. And
oh man,
so the thing is that people aren't understand because Phelps got busted for it too. But he got busted for it after the games.
Yeah,
he was not like qualifying for the event. If he was qualifying for the event, he would have had the same thing dropped on him.
Right.
But he wasn't. It was after or post event or prior to event, whatever it was. But it wasn't while the qualifying was happening. So the fact that he's white has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna go there with
like,
that because that's so like, look at you can be any.
Like the U.S. wants to win fucking events.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, like if she's good at what she does, they're obviously not too keen on taking her out of the event because they wanted to win the event.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, so I don't. It's not like we're doing it to say fuck you to like a certain group of people. It's like no. Come on. And I think, and again, I think the thing that pissed me off the most about it was the way that she handled it. And there's a bunch of other athletes that came to her defense. And I'm like, but hold on. Like, did you see? Okay, who's the X Games dude? Fucking Sean
White?
Yeah. Did you? I saw a post from him that showed like.
I didn't see anything from him.
This was recently, and I wish I saved it. It was a picture of him like holding a trophy during an event, and he said like I was high here, and I was like, well, congratulations for outing yourself.
Yeah.
Like okay, first of all, they're not going to catch everything. Like because I don't, do they? Well, they probably do. I was going to say I don't know if they drug test after every event, but they probably do.
I don't know if they do it for the Olympics though.
For the actual games?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or if it's just the
I don't
qualifiers?
know how that works.
Yeah, so I don't know how that works.
I feel like they have to because the Russians got caught for it a couple years ago.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that it's like a thing.
Classic Russia.
So I don't know. Patrick Mahomes was shooting his fucking mouth off about it, and it's like, okay,
Patrick Mahomes is becoming the hatred I have for him is becoming close to LeBron's level.
I don't.
Because he just shoots his mouth off. It like doesn't make sense half the time. Because
the shit that I don't have any of the like comments anymore. But you saw like when it first broke, you saw all of the like ESPN was posting all of what like other players were saying.
Yeah,
and it's like just
that shit needs to stop. It's
not like you're. First of all, now somebody's rallying support for something that's not there. Okay,
right.
We're not like nobody's.
We're all on the side of who gives a shit.
If she's as good as she is and she's going to win a fucking 100-meter sprint, I want her in the 100-meter sprint.
Yeah.
Okay? But if you broke a rule, you broke a rule.
Exactly.
Okay? And my thing is this is not an argument of whether the Olympics should allow more THC in your system during or around events. That's not this argument. If you're going to have that argument, have it in another time. Don't start grouping this incident with, the Olympics needs to not be so uptight about their marijuana rules. Okay, maybe they do. Maybe they need to loosen it up a little bit. Maybe they need to whatever. But currently, at the time that she got tested,
she fucked up.
The Olympics clearly states, no, you're not supposed to have this, and she knows it.
Right.
She knows it. It's not like she didn't know and oh fuck, oops. She knows. And she even admitted she knew. In comments, she said, I knew the consequences and I did it anyway.
Yep.
Then why the fuck are you pissed?
All right.
You asked for it.
So we had this conversation as well after the thing happened where it was like, yes, she was told by a reporter that her mother died or whatever. I think that's there's probably some false news to that.
I don't know when that happened either. Like the timeline behind that.
I don't think her mother would have died and she would have found out that way. I think she probably knew and someone was talking about it and it pissed her off. And that type of whatever.
And I don't know all of that story either. When did she die? Who knows? Maybe she died the fucking day before she went to the qualifier.
Right.
I don't know.
There's so many things that could have done. But that's not the way to handle it if you know that it's going to break the rules.
And yeah, you're right. And again, I'm sympathy. Obviously. I'm not saying like, like that's another thing too. People are like, you're hating on her and she's just mourning, and it's like, okay, I'm sorry that this happened.
Unfortunately, it's time for us to stop allowing people to use excuses.
Well, life goes on
for making mistakes in their life. They chose rational choice theory. They chose to commit something.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just too much of a dickhead.
No, but you're not, because this is literally rational choice theory where they knew the consequences and they still did it. It doesn't matter what's going on in your life besides that. You knew the consequences and you still chose to do it.
Well, and what I sent you, that thing that I sent you where she was, she went on and she said something like, I had to pull it up now. Because that right there was what was like, all right, fuck you. Like that.
Oh, it was like that second post you sent us.
Yeah, that was what pissed me off because I'm like, you can't. She was, I'm better off pulling it up because
it's like I'm fast. I'm just gonna do me or whatever, and if you're gonna hate that, don't. Yeah, something.
I'm better off pulling it up because I'm not gonna do it justice. And I don't want look at. And again, this is all me and Tom's opinions here, so you can agree to disagree. And again, I do feel bad about her mother, and I'm, but you're right. Like, you don't.
One, you shouldn't rely on that stuff.
First of all, stuff happens in life. This is called adversity.
It's called just fucking life.
Like, you have to overcome challenges. The challenge was presented to you. You are an Olympic class athlete. First of all, blessing that you're even good enough to do that, because not everybody can do that.
Or you worked hard enough. Like, you had the mental capacity to know that if you work as hard as you do.
So you're good at what you do. You have become the peak of that. Like, you've done it. You know what I mean? So good for you. But that doesn't mean that you're not going to face challenges with shit. Okay? So now you qualifying for the Olympics, boom, your mom dies. Okay, you're an Olympic class athlete. I hate to be a dick. Figure it out. You don't have to break the rules to figure it out.
No, right. What would do you really think your mom would have wanted you to fuck up this opportunity? No, I don't think so. Unless your mom taught you that the only way to handle tragedy in your life is to rely on other things.
And the comments like this...
But I don't think that most mothers do that.
Comments like this kill me. Don't judge me because I'm human. I'm you. I just happen to run a little faster.
Yeah, see.
Fuck you. That is like the most blatant... How full of yourself are you? I'm sorry. That is not humble to me in the least bit. That is, I broke the rules, and it's your fault that I broke the rules, not mine. She's not taking any responsibility.
It's your fault for catching me.
She's not, and it's just, it's very, like, that shit is so frustrating to me. That is what kills me about the whole thing. And then this was the other one I was talking about. The one where she said, we all have our different struggles. We all have our different things we have to deal with. But to put on a face and have to go out in front of the world and hide my pain. Okay, first of all.
One, you signed up for that shit.
You asked for it.
You signed up for that.
Don't start like that. So.
You didn't sign up for your mother to die and you have to go and run.
No.
I'm not saying that. But you signed up to be in the world stage.
Yeah, so don't act like it's a burden all of a sudden.
Yeah, fucking Lovato does that shit all the time.
Like it's annoying. You again,
I was thrown into fame. What did you want to happen as you were singing growing up? You wanted to become famous and make a living off singing.
Yeah, say
in order to do that, okay, all right. Let's not go into that topic. In other avenues of Lovato's life, we cannot say for that.
I know. I'm saying with her,
but for the fame thing, yes, like that was something that you were like, oh my god, I'm actually kind of good at this. Let me make a career out of this, and you did, and then you blamed
and it's
that
been
same
successful.
career on a lot of your issues throughout life. That's all I'm saying. There was a lot of shit that hit her, and
she's been through some shit, but you also
stop blaming the fame.
You get when you choose to be an Olympic class athlete.
We're gonna cancel though.
Oh, 100%.
It's because people aren't ready to hear shit like this.
Again, opinion only, and this is a very I just come at this in a very neutral kind of manner where it's like, okay, look at what are the facts. The fact of the matter is there's a rule.
Yeah.
She broke said rule.
Whether it's stupid or not, there's still a rule.
And that's the thing. I'm not arguing if it was up to me. Like, I agree with the NFL loosening restrictions on THC levels because I rather see somebody use THC as opposed to fucking Oxy.
Yep.
I'm all for that. You know what I mean? I got buddies who, and I'm not going to go into much detail, but they would, when we played college sports, they would do the same thing. Because you get to a point where shit fucking hurts. Like when you're at that level, like even us playing D3 football, we got to a point where we were like, ow, like I fucking am sore.
Yeah. Like
all the time. And when you do that for 30 years straight and you're constantly like
that's all you
get
do.
Sore.
Yeah.
And I rather see you use a cleaner substance as opposed to them. Those opioids are rough, dude. They're fucking. They have their purpose, but they're not. They're not good.
Yeah.
And
they're not made for recreational use.
And if do I think the Olympics should loosen restrictions? Sure. I also don't think you should have it in your system during the event either, though. That's another thing.
No, I see.
Like if you're gonna do it before, like everybody knows about it, right? Everybody knows how long it's in your system, the blah blah blah. And if you don't educate people on this, that's another thing. Like you can get to a point where, because like the NCAA does it, they educate us on their drug testing. They educate us on, creatine. They educate us on PEDs. They educate us on these certain things and say these are going to be in your system for blah blah blah. We do drug testing. So you can do this. Like there's ways to tell people, okay, we're gonna loosen restrictions on THC in the blood. But here are like our stipulations, so to speak.
Right.
Okay.
Don't be high during.
Don't do it during an event. Because it's the same concept of like somebody that has a medical marijuana. People don't want them operating vehicles,
right,
while high.
Right.
Just you can't take your medical marijuana, smoke it, be high, get in a car accident, and then say, "Well, I got medical marijuana, so it's okay." No, that's not okay. You're still not supposed to use it high, like use vehicles high. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like even though you're allowed to use it, there's still rules to you using it.
It also needs to be said that it's still not federally legal.
Agreed.
And as much
I made that mistake when we were talking about it. Remember when we were talking about it? And you said that to me and I was like, "Oh shit, you're right." Like I forget that too, like sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yes, like New York just opened their restrictions. No more, you're not getting in trouble for, as long as you're doing it to their legal standards. So say at your own home, your own weed.
Yeah, you're not dealing it, and you're not,
But it's until it's federally legal, none of these restrictions will ever change. That's just how it is.
Yeah, because a sport,
even if the Olympic Committee is like the World Olympic Committee, not just the U.S. Olympic Committee, if they're like, we can loosen it, whatever. If you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, and it's still not federally legal, it's still a crime.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, a sport can only do a sport can't have open policies about this, but have it still. If you were caught with it, you would be arrested. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, to an extent. Obviously, there's regulations, but yes.
Right, but so the NFL's like, oh, you can have THC in your system, but then it's like, if you do, it's still technically a federal crime.
Right.
They can't do that.
Well, it's not, okay, here's, the issue is, it's not a federal crime to have it in your system or smoke it or whatever. The federal crime is possession.
Right, okay.
Or the will to, or the intent to sell or deal or whatever.
Distribute.
So that's where it's tricky, and where she can show up high or have it in her system, and
it's not technically in possession.
Technically illegal.
Yeah,
but it's okay.
There's loopholes to things, as we know.
Owning marijuana is federally illegal.
Yeah,
that's the point I'm trying to get at here. So it's a sticky situation, but people are making it more than it is.
Yeah, I mean, no matter how much you look at it, there's going to be people that are not going to agree with us. There's going to be people that agree with us. And if I'm going to tell this story to somebody and I'm going to say, hey, look at before you make your decision, just make sure you look at,
all the,
kind of everything,
all the facts.
And
you want to go down that route?
Okay. Easy. And look, at all I gotta say is, and I'm not gonna go into much detail. Me and him don't agree about a lot of stuff. Okay,
this we do.
This we do because I think it's too. The thing that killed me the most, that got me worked up about it,
nice,
was the way she handled it.
No, right, especially when it first came out, it was, I knew what I did. I knew the consequences. I fucked up, and then it turned into don't blame me. Don't blame me. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault.
People started.
I was going through shit.
People started
so
supporting
sorry,
her and
always.
saying like, "Oh, let her run and let her do that." And then she was like, "Oh yeah, you're right. Fuck you." And then and then I was like, "Oh no, you completely lost it."
Yep.
Say that you fucked it up, whether you agree or not. Say that you fucked up. Come back next year.
Yep.
And then just let it go. But we can't do that.
Well, it's not next year. It's 4 years, but
3
years because I think they're doing it in 3 years. They're sticking to the schedule. They're just calling
but
this
even
one
then,
the
like it's not like she is just an Olympic runner. Like she does other shit.
No, right.
Like she's an athlete. She does other,
Yeah, she still runs professionally.
So, just
I think she said that she's going to go after the world championship.
That go get it. Go for it.
And I hope you do, as long as you're not fucking high doing it.
Yeah.
Or you know, if you are, as long as it's not against the rules, you do you. As long as it's not against the rules or the laws of the country.
Yeah, just follow.
That
rules set in place.
That is what I've been trying to live my life by forever. Is I don't give a shit what you do with your life or how you are. Everything. But if there's laws in place, don't fuck with them. And then blame society for it. I'm fat because of society. That's because of you.
No, I say that to piss you off. Yeah.
I'm so sick of people blaming society for everything.
Yeah, you made a decision.
Live with it.
You have to live with the consequences because you know the law. You can't say You can't say I didn't know because people told you.
Yeah.
Whether you agree with it or not.
And she admitted that she knew.
Yeah, like you don't have to agree with every law. Not everybody does.
No. It shouldn't be 55. It should be 60.
But you still follow them.
Yes.
Nowhere in
you know that you're actively breaking them.
Nowhere in when you were growing up, when you were being taught in school, when you were being raised by parents, did anybody ever tell you if you don't like a law, don't follow it? No.
Well,
maybe, but at least not me, okay?
No, right.
Like I was raised to follow the law, whether or not I agree with it, whatever, follow it. I could follow it and bitch about it. Or I could break it and know that I'm breaking it.
You can literally go to the legislative branch and try and change it your fucking self.
No. I rather break it and then get pissed that people are mad at me that I broke it. And then,
but that's what I'm saying. It's like there's so many other options for you to fucking do to change things in the world.
And that's why
we don't. We just bitch about it.
And that's where I get lost with this whole thing else. Because it's like, again, the argument is not about the Olympics policy with THC. No. It's about her breaking a rule set in place.
Right. Whether the rule is liked or not, it doesn't fucking matter. She broke the rule.
Period.
All right. That's it. That's it for that because I'm just going to get more angry.
Worked up. Well, I think we covered it. I think we did a pretty decent job on that one.
Yeah, I can't wait for Kluge to be like, you said this wrong, you said this wrong.
D's nuts. No, I love how he fucking
no matter what
watches the episodes 4 weeks later. And then fucking is like, hey, so I disagree with this. And I'm like, Kluge, I don't even remember what the fuck we talked about. Like,
what was the last thing he did that about? I think it was something dumb.
No, wasn't it Houston? Weren't we talking about Houston?
Houston? What?
The Texans. I think that's how far behind he was.
We were talking about
Colts, right?
Shit, what were we talking about?
Something about football, I think.
Frick, dude.
Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow.
It was like 3 episodes ago.
What was it about though? I gotta find this. This is gonna piss me off. Oh no, it was me saying that he was a good athlete and it just put into a wrong system with Peyton or whatever. Okay, yeah, Peyton wasn't there, but he's still a good fucking athlete. Shut the fuck up.
Kluge.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. We love you.
I didn't say anything. You're gonna have to watch a YouTube video. Boom, roasted.
Nice. Speaking of that, I'd love for y'all to. I'm not asking on Instagram anymore for questions. I want them in the comments of Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever. Just leave us comments.
It looks like we're not getting comments anymore.
No problem.
Or questions anymore.
We weren't. So
Oh,
that's why I stopped doing it.
yeah, it's okay.
When you guys fuck up, you guys pay the consequences.
We're trying.
It was too much, like, trying to be, I don't know. No one ever responded. Why would I keep doing it? So if you guys want to hear our opinion on something, comment it down below.
Or if you don't,
Or if you
comment
don't, and
saying
you
that
just-
we're stupid. I don't know.
Anything.
Comment
Just
something.
Fucking comment. We
Call me
love you.
fat.
I want to hear your voice. Read your words.
Beep 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 beep
And
beep beep beep.
I'll make it in a voice that I think is close to yours.
Shoop. Yo, movie.
All right, I got one. It's a little movie called The Outpost. It has like Orlando Bloom, Scott Eastwood.
Oh, I think is that on Netflix?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a newer movie. What I did not realize, like, until the last 2 minutes of the movie, like as the credits were rolling, was it's based on a true story.
Oh shit.
And it's basically a FOB, a forward operating base of the United States Army in Kandahar. Sorry, I said that wrong. Or no, it's Kemdesh. It's an Afghan province, and they are in a valley surrounded by these mountains, and they get shot at every day. Whatever.
Mhm.
Well, they piss off enough people. They don't piss off. I don't want to say piss off. The communication wasn't fully there, and the village leaders of the local village used that as an opportunity to play it off like they weren't part of the Taliban.
Nice.
And then the miscommunication of, you owe me money. Oh, you didn't pay me. I'm coming to attack you. Like an excuse to attack, whatever.
Yeah.
And they came and attacked him. But we had 2 living Medal of Honor recipients, which is insane. Like there's 4 of them, I think, right now living.
Yeah.
They were the first ones that had a living. No, I think they were. Yeah, I don't know. But it was a really cool story. The acting wasn't the greatest, but it's a lot of those guys. Like, how you don't know how to act. Like, that's not a situation you've ever been in before. You can play it off like, fuck, I'm getting shot at, whatever. But you don't actually know how it feels until you're shot at.
Right, and you don't want to make it too like unrealistic.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be kind of.
I think they did the best they could, and it was good. It enticed me after, like, I was a little weird, or was a little iffy on it in the first like 10 minutes, but after that it sold me on, like, the pacing of the movie. It was good. It was a good movie. I liked it. It was probably an 8.2, and it told a story about people saving each other's lives, etc.
Yeah.
I would recommend it if you got time. Watch it. It's not a bad movie. And it pays great tribute to those who died defending our freedoms, because this week is Freedom Week, so month is Freedom Month, whatever.
Your boy was way behind the 8 ball on Mandalorian season 2.
Okay.
Finally watched it.
Okay.
Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm a little curious about how it's gonna be.
Well, okay, so
I 100% thought they were gonna ride out the whole Baby Yoda shit, and I don't think they are.
no, because what was going to happen is 1 and 2, like season 1 and 2, were supposed to lead into that Boba Fett series that they're making now. Like,
Yeah.
Boba Fett wasn't supposed to get his own series. It was just going to be The Mandalorian,
Right.
and he was going to be 3 and 4. But everybody was so adamant about Boba that they're like, we want his own show.
Which
So-
I like how they introduced his character in that show.
No, it's really cool. I agree. However, now you kind of fucked yourself for Mandalorian.
Yeah.
In a way, because we do see him get the sword, and now he's got to go reclaim Mandalore. But he's by himself.
Right.
He doesn't have an army. How's he going to do that? He's going to take it back from Darth Maul? I think that's who owns it currently. I don't remember exactly who. I don't know the timeline well enough to know that. So yeah, then Boba gets his own show, and then season 3 is just going to be probably him going to Mandalore or whatever
And beefing with the one chick.
with the one chick.
Yeah, the
Oh,
one. Yeah.
Oh, shit, what's her name? The girl Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Yeah. The heir to the throne.
So I don't.
But you also have,
It's gonna be interesting.
I don't know if it's going to be a cast change or they're just going to write her out of the seat. Like, the UFC girl's not there anymore.
Oh yeah,
Um,
they'll probably just write her out.
so there's, leave her as the sheriff or whatever. The
Yeah.
Mandalorian or the
Deputy or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck.
uh,
Marshal. That's what it
Yeah, it was. So I don't know. But it's not due till next Christmas or this coming Christmas.
But I'm just kind of curious to see how it does ratings wise because I feel like a lot of people watched it
For Yoda, or Grogu.
because of the level of like porn that it brought, and I say porn in the sense that like it's Star Wars porn.
Yeah,
They flash Ahsoka Tano. People are like, ooh,
yeah. Her, I was expecting a lot more Ahsoka.
right. Obviously,
One episode.
obviously the big fucking thing at the end, right? Luke Skywalker, woo! Like
That actually just pissed me off.
like that.
More than anything.
It was kind of cool, but I'm also like it's not going anywhere. It was just like
right.
let's recycle.
The only way that we can really keep people enticed is
If
if
we just keep going back to the original
Luke.
6 movies.
Luke,
Yeah.
Anakin, Luke, Anakin,
The main storyline, Darth Vader, fucking
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, like
that's all they throw. They just throw.
the shows are just it's just recycling content.
Yeah, like the most recent trilogy. If it didn't have Luke in it, it probably would have been better. Because they focus solely on trying to find Luke and giving the old Star Wars fans a renewed.
Literally, the new movies were recycled content. Luke Skywalker,
1000%.
the Emperor, and don't
Yeah.
get me wrong, I fucking thought the last movie was good because I'm a huge Emperor fan. But it was also like it wasn't its own thing. It just ended up being
a nostalgia.
It just
compote.
ended up coming back to family fight.
Yeah.
Skywalker's, woo,
Right.
fuck you, and I was like, oh, god damn it, that's all it is. Like that's all it is. So it's kind of like, if they did more shit where it was like, because, like I dove deep into like Sith lore, like fucking.
I did as well, and I did Mandalorian lore as well. But they stuck with a Mandalorian that no one ever heard of.
Like Sith lore is fucking nuts. Like all the old Sith lore.
Give me Darth fucking Raven.
Yeah, like all of that shit is so cool, but nobody ever talks about it.
Yeah,
None of the movies ever talked about it,
and
no
they
shows ever.
They
done
really
it.
downplayed the Knights of Ren. That was boring.
Yeah.
Knights of Ren were fucking cool in the movies or in the games.
So I don't. There could have been so many avenues they went.
Yeah,
They didn't.
I agree. I agree that it's all it is just a nostalgia pump it in just to keep people enticed because they know that they're with the Mandalorian they were going to lose the older Star Wars fans because it didn't have those.
Yeah, so it's like we create a show and then we draw everybody in with a baby version of Yoda's species, which is obviously like very like, ooh, that's kind of new and cryptic, and how the fuck did that happen? And because the show is canon, so they're like, well, how is that play into, whose kid is it? Blah blah blah, and then they're just like, now that they got people hooked into it, they're like, oh, boop, nope.
And we're going to pull him out, insert Luke to pull him out, and then we're going to insert the Darksaber.
So I don't know how it's going to... Something tells me season 3 is going to fucking crater.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't think it's going to stick.
But that's how most of like Marvel and Star Wars shit has gone. Because the only thing that's held itself has been Rebels and the Clone Wars, the animated shows.
Yeah.
They were the only ones that haven't been able to do more than 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And not be like, this is stupid.
I'm going to run through the Clone Wars again.
2 movies, if you will. Like, the one-off movies are better than the trilogies.
Yeah, Rogue One,
Solo. Solo was so good. Rogue One's so good.
Yeah. So I'm going to give it... It's tough because, like, I like the season and I like kind of how they introduce certain things, and I like how, like, they even kind of explained that he was, like, the child was around, like, during Coruscant era, and like he went into hiding, and like they just did a very good job kind of meshing that all in. But then at the end, it was just like, no, we're gonna pluck him out. We're gonna flash you, Luke Skywalker, and then we're gonna be like, bitch, see ya. And then the next season is just going to be like all the Mandalorian fighting the one girl over the
no
darksaber.
more Grogu.
And I'm just
unless they throw him in at the end of the season just to bring us back, because I have a feeling that that's going to happen at the end of
or
next
just
season.
Dangle it like a carrot the whole fucking time and then piss people off too.
I'm gonna go get him after I win back Mandalore.
That's going to be another
go get
thing
him.
that's
I'm
going to
gonna
be
go get him.
frustrating too. Is like now that they have that in their pocket, what are they going to do? Dangle it over everybody?
Right.
Oh, we might bring him back. Ooh.
Literally, Grogu is the only reason that Taylor got into Star Wars, and now she loves Star Wars. But they took that away from her, and she's like, "Well, I'm not really interested in the show anymore." No shit.
He's the only reason why I watch the show.
you
I
were
don't give a
invested
fuck
in-
about the Mandalorians.
I love Mandalore and like the lore of Mandalorians.
See, because I don't know any of it.
It's like the Warrior Society, which is always cool. I love Vikings, Warrior Society.
You got into that. I never got into it, so I don't know anything about Mandalorians. I don't know anything like I was completely shell shocked when the one girl was giving Boba Fett shit, pretty much saying that he's not a Mandalorian.
Right.
I was like, what?
Because he stole the armor.
Right.
Or his dad stole the armor.
So I'm like, ooh. I thought he was like the Mandalorian. Like
No.
everybody. And
It's
he
like
isn't even
a full honor system, man. It's so cool. And it. What's really cool is it's much like our military. It doesn't matter what you're like. Obviously, there's age things, but
right.
like your background doesn't matter. You now serve one purpose, one cause, one.
And I thought it was cool how they like had the different clashes of like the one girl and her version of
what Mandalore should be, or Mandalorian should be, or
right,
whatever.
and then the actual main character who is like the strict like subsect of it, who he was raised to think that his way is the only way.
Yeah.
And they were actually like a de facto group kind of.
Yeah.
So like it was kind of cool, and he like took the helmet off, and I was all for it. But then they did that bullshit at the end, and I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
So I don't know where it's gonna go now, and I'm kind of like, eh. So I give it I give it a 7-8 because of that.
I do. I think that's a fair rating.
Um,
It was like it had the potential to be the best Star Wars thing,
yeah,
and then they were just like, we don't want it to be the best Star Wars thing though, so let's tone it down.
because movies and money.
Yeah. What brings in more money? It's movies and subscriptions.
Because
And
they
what
milked
brings
the
you subscription?
fuck out of Baby Yoda.
Yes, they did.
Toys, fucking.
Without they didn't even have the name for it yet, and they were like the child.
Yeah.
But fuck you.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Anyway.
But
All right.
can't be that.
That was a long episode. That was
a banger.
not really long, but worked up. That was for sure.
Work the fuck
Again,
up, baby.
These are our opinions that I don't know if they're the right opinions.
This is not financial advice.
No, right? It's not financial advice. We're not saying that the rule is correct. We don't know. We don't know the logistics behind weed. Enough of it. We're not potheads. We don't.
No, I don't.
I don't know the study of marijuana. I don't know what that means.
Like I said, I only know it in my like.
I'm just going
line of work,
at
so to
face
speak.
value. She broke a rule. She owned up to the rule and then backed off of owning up to the rule, like a bitch.
Not humble at all.
Yeah,
Not,
and don't
you know.
excuses. Our coach had the best saying: "Excuses are like assholes. Everyone's got one." We need to stop that shit. Stop allowing excuses to run the world, because that's how our world got so shitty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We're gonna
happy
get fucking.
Happy 4th of July week.
This is
month.
the last episode.
It might be.
I'm just.
Express your freedoms and go and change the fucking world. Wow, you have that ability. Stop bitching about it. Go do something about it. Anyway, love you.
It's been fun.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Squeeze.